I just told myself we're going to be serious. We're going to try to stay calm with this, but I am here to let you all know, even though this is still the most nervous video for me to make, I absolutely have been enjoying them because you all have been enjoying them. I've been getting a ton of positive feedback. And so I just wanted to go ahead and do another one for you all because once again, I am getting ready for work. This video is being recorded on Tuesday, but should go up on Wednesday. Last night I did record the giveaway winner, and that video should be going up on Thursday. I'm talking about giveaways and things. Before we get into all of that, first off, I would like to say my name is Torrence. Welcome back to the channel. If you are someone who are already subscribed to the channel, I would like to say thank you. If you are new to the channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and join the channel. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But I recently did a giveaway, and last night I picked my giveaway winner. That video should be going up on Thursday, but in that video, I accidentally said, okay, I'm about to hurry up and contact the giveaway winner. And what I thought about it at the last minute after I had recorded it was, it would probably be a lot more special if I just posted the video and let them see it for themselves that they won instead of just emailing them the day before so I can have their information. Because if I were to win a contest, I would like the element of surprise as well. I would want to watch the video and find out what the rest of the world instead of already knowing and acting like I'm shocked. So even though I already know so even though I already know who won, I have not contacted them yet. They will find out on Thursday, but it's a special little thing in that video, so make sure you watch it. But for today's video, what I wanted to do, because this is the second video I'm recording for the month of March, but this will be the first one to actually go, no, this will be my second video in March, but the very first one I actually recorded and posted up there for that moment. But what do I want to talk about? Oh, my budget. That is a huge thing. First off, my budget for the month of February. Everybody kept telling me they did not think I was going to be able to hold on to it, and I'm here to tell you, honey. For a tiny, teeny moment, I almost fell under pressure, honey. But I said, no, we're going to keep our word. We're going to tell everybody about every single thing that we purchased. If you check out my previous video where I'll link it right here, where I talked about my budget, the camera cut me off because I ran out of time. But one of the things I was able to state was about the different purchases I had made. I have a budget of $175 per month, and in that last video, I had a remaining balance of $39.49. So I figured, you know what, Torrence, we good. It's the last day of February. We're going to be able to take this balance, carry it over. We're going to have more than $200 for March. Let's go. Why was I playing with my Super Shock shadows from ColourPop? And I don't know what told me to go to the website, but I should not have listened. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm sort of glad I did because I just happened to randomly scroll through the Super Shock shadows, and guess what? All of the green shades that I've been stalking all year were available. All of them. I've been, especially it's this one called Empire, I've been wanting that for the longest. I have a bunch of neutrals, I have a bunch of pink ones, but I'm like, I want all of the green ones, not some of them. And they had one that was in this $42 kit. But I'm like, I don't want to buy 9 of them and only get that one shade I want. I want that individual. Baby, they had them all there. I put them all in the cart, realized I didn't have quite enough to get shipping. And for the price of shipping, I'm like, I could find something else to throw in there. I managed to throw in the, I believe it's the That's Taupe palette, simply because I love the Going Coconut so much. I wanted to see if I had something else that can add just a small extension to that palette. So it's a pretty good chance I'm going to morph those two together in a future video. But by the time I got through with that ColourPop order, let me see how much was my total on that one. We'll pull up our receipts, honey. Alright, it says I got 4 Super Shocks. I got Moonwalk, Coconut, Empire, and that new Run Wild from their new collection. I got the That's Taupe palette and used the Temptalia discount code, which brought my total up to $36.24. Hold on, we got some change left. I ain't even realized that, baby. Let me go ahead. Yes, ma'am, honey. We still got $325 to carry over, so I'm going to put that to my balance, honey. I'm going to make sure I put that right there. So we were under budget for February. Congratulations to me. Yes, sis, we got it going. But what I also talked about in that video was the fact that during my February budget, I did spend $50 on Artist Couture, honey, and I am feeling so happy about it. I don't know about many of you, but I am someone who has followed Angel Marino's work for many years, even before Artist Couture was officially launched. He was a makeup artist that many of us know as Mac Zaddy or whatever, so just the fact that at one point in time, that name just stood out to me so easily. It was like sort of provocative, but not disrespectful or whatever. So I've always loved his work, and when his products launched, they were just as amazing as he was. And so I'm someone who collects Artist Couture. I may not use them on my channel as much as I believe I should have because it's always so much to show, but I decided, I know my budget is small, Torrence, but I really want this launch. And so I put it on there. I didn't think about it. And what I ordered was the new, let me see if I want to get this out of the package. It was the Ethereal Bloom palette, and I made sure I did not open this because I was so excited yesterday that I was afraid of dropping or damaging it. Comes in a box that looks like this, which is absolutely pretty, honey. Look at her. I have not even looked at this yet, so let me grab my letter opener. And oh wait, it's an ombre on the package. Okay, sis. I wasn't expecting that either, but this palette is something I gathered just to support Artist Couture. Anyone who knows me knows I love colorful shadows, but I am not the biggest fan of pastels. But just to support Angel, I had to get it. And truth be told, these look like they are nice and pigmented where I can go ahead and use them. It looks like there are 5 mattes and 3 shimmers. But I grabbed this because I have every palette Artist Couture has released. If you would like to see a tutorial on any of these, I can make sure I do a full video where I actually show you closer views of them like my other ones. If you would like to see any other brand tutorials that I've done, you can make, not brand tutorials, brand collections that I've done, you can check out that playlist right here. I'm gonna make sure I continue to do those because I did I did 2 videos showing off my entire collection, and there were still some brands that were not able to make that video. So I'm gonna make sure I do one for Artist Couture, but their previous palette right before that one was this one here, and I never got the chance to do a video for it. This one is called Club Daddy. This one is another pretty one. It has nice jewel tones, shimmers, and metallics. So I know I cannot wait to dip into it. It's just that I put it over there on the shelf, put something else on top of it, and completely forgot to use it. The palette before that one was one that I have a video on. If you would like to see that video, check it out right here. It is one of the prettiest neutral palettes on the market right now. I absolutely love it. And I think this is probably one of the most sold out items on his website. So if you see it and you want it, I will go for it. I don't think I saw anybody give this palette a bad review. And that's because when it says neutral, it gives you the option to go warm neutral or cool neutral. It has a nice little pop of green in there, which is my favorites. And it allows you to go deep without using black, which helps test my creativity. So I absolutely love this palette. And the very palette before that, I believe, if I'm not getting my colors mixed up, because I think this one may have come after that, but it's early in the morning, y'all. The one before that, or the one right after Supreme Nudes, was this one here. I think this was after Supreme Nudes, because I think this was the past summer release. This is called the Caliente Palette. Another beautiful one. This one does have an ombre to it as well, but it's not quite as noticeable as the Ethereal Bloom. And just by looking at the packaging, you can tell these are going to be warm neutral shades. I'm personally not the biggest fan of warm neutrals, but because they seem a little more colorful and a little bit more vibrant, I wanted to go ahead and get it. But things like yellows, I tend to like to pair those up with greens. I'm not the biggest fan of pairing those up with reds and oranges and things like that. But to support Angel, I was willing to get this. But the one palette, honey, the very first palette he came out with was the one that I did not get at first, and it sold out, and I'm telling you, my feelings were so hurt. So imagine how I felt when I wanted to go visit a friend who lived hours away, just so happened to stop by Sephora on the way there to grab me an extra gloss bomb, and they had one sitting on the shelf. I had to get it because it was sold out on the Artist Couture website. It was sold out on the Sephora website. The app said nobody had it in store. But apparently this store had it, And this is their very first palette. It is called the Midnight Maven. And I'm telling you, this is probably the one that is just most special to me, just simply because it was the hardest one to get. Even though I ain't gonna lie, that Supreme Nudes is the one I use the most. Oh, excuse me. But let's get into these shades, honey. Jewel tone dark colors, you already know that's me. And it's a cooler tone palette? Come on now. I really, really wish he could bring this palette back, because if you were to go to the website right now, I do believe the first four that I showed you are available. This one here, I have not seen anywhere on the Artist Couture or the Sephora website. Anytime I see it, it just says sold out. So I'm hoping they can just do a limited restock, because this palette was absolutely beautiful. With that Ethereal Bloom palette, and for that order, it also came with a Diamond Lights finisher. These are single eyeshadow, they're loose eyeshadows that is called Loose Pearls. I'm telling you, absolutely beautiful. This one is in the shade Epiphany, and so far I believe Artist Couture has launched 7 of these colors, and I know that because I got all 7, honey. I think more than the eyeshadow palettes, as I adore these simply because I love single shadows. It gives me the chance to mix things, and I know something is truly beautiful and worth the money when I'm willing to pay a high price for them, because I think these are like $25 by themselves, and the smaller palettes like these retail for about $30. So you know you got to like them to want that. And this Epiphany one, I'm not sure if that's going to show up on camera, but it has a nice purple reflect to it. And if you all would like to see swatches of all these in the future, I can do that. But I already know right here, right now, it's going to take way too much time of our video. I also have, let's see if I can grab that in one swoop. Ooh. I also have 6 other shades here. I'm trying to see if you can catch the light on these, because they are absolutely beautiful. Let's see if I can bring them a little closer and show you Epiphany right here with it. So you see he has a variety of neutral shades. The top ones are your more neutrals. The bottoms are all either like a shocking color like that icy color, which is like a silvery white. The other 2 are like duochromes. So I absolutely love these. I know left to right we have Spotlight Glitz, Golden Hour, Diamond Bronze. We have Icy Girl, Banger, which came out with the Club Daddy collection, and Nebula, a blue brown, one of my favorites. But now we have Epiphany, so now we get 7 Diamond Lights for 7 days of the week. So I'm feeling myself. But screw all of those. Hold on, I do not know why my nose is acting like this. Give me 1 second. I'm telling you, it had to be that I just changed the temperature in this room, because whenever I'm recording, I usually turn the heat straight off, because sitting in front of this ring light, honey, it can get hot in here. So what we doing now? Oh, the main reason I did this video. If you know me, you know I am someone who truly loves and appreciates humbleness. I also love autographs and handwritten notes. So imagine the way I hooped, hollered, and screamed when I opened my Artist Couture box. Where it go? Because baby, I know y'all better stop playing with me. Oh, there it go. I've been moving things real soft and subtly so I don't mess up nothing. I opened my box, expected to get me a little Diamond Lights finisher, and it shows we have a little card here. It explains what the palette is, what the Diamond Lights finisher. I'm like, no problem. And I'm someone who usually keeps these cards if they're beautiful. So first off, get into that picture. Tell me Angel is not killing the looks, serving us face hunty. Let me see if I can cover my face so the camera can catch that. All right, yeah, so you get into that, honey. Look at Angel right there looking fabulous. But do you see that autograph, sis? I finally got his autograph and didn't even have to meet him. Since I thought I was going to have to move to California or go visit and try to catch him, but I am telling you, everybody got their people that they want to meet. Everybody got the people they want to support. Usually for me, it's singers, models, and makeup artists. That's my list of I'm going crazy every time. If I'm this lab, so I can't just cut it off, but I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh! Almost dropped you, sis. Had to slide over here. This one here, I got from Milk Cosmetics. Their owner and the, what did she do? See, it's way too early in the morning. The owner and the founder of the brand, one of the co-founders, Lorelai, I met her in person at the, was it the Loud Tour? Whichever tour had Eminem on it. I can't remember right now, but I'll tell that story later. Met her in person before, had an amazing time. But when she started her brand, I had to get up on it. And when she sent this handwritten note, honey, I cried for about 2 days before I could even open those eyeshadows and use them. Because one, it has her autograph, it has a message from her, and lips are my favorite part of the body. So I've had this card since the very first launch of Milk Cosmetics, and I'm never going to get rid of it. Give me 1 second, because I know I got another one. Here's another one. Makeup Geek. Absolutely love the brand. Another handwritten note. You can't tell me nothing about a brand like this. I know I have several others, but these are just the ones that really stick out to me. And it's little things like this that really helps solidify my love for a brand, because I am someone who's big on customer service, honey. Because as a makeup artist, it does not matter how talented you are. If people don't like you and can't stand you, they're not going to book with you. If my sister comes back and tells me she went and got her makeup done, and I'm sitting there, oh my God, it's flawless, honey, you look like this, you blah, blah, blah. My first reaction is going to be, who did it, so I can refer others. But if you tell me, girl, the tools was dirty, they was calling me out my name, they was smoking, blah, 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 I'm not going to put nobody else through that. I might not spit down or talk bad on your name, but I'm surely not going to talk good on it and, help boost it up, honey. I'm just going to sit back and fall back, because no, we can't do that. But little things like this, I'm telling you, I rocked myself to sleep so well last night, feeling good about this. So if for any reason you all want a tutorial on any of the Artist Couture palettes that I just showed you, just go ahead and I can get that recorded this week. I probably won't be able to get it up this week, but probably up like the very first video for next week on Monday, because I already have a tutorial recorded, so I'll put that out on Saturday. But I absolutely love these, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna be playing around this weekend, because I showed you all that I purchased the, which one was those? The lights by MAC. They have a spray called Fix Plus. I already have the gold light and the bronze light, and I've been telling myself, Torrence, do not buy that pink light. One, it's not your color, and two, you're not going to use it. But the idea of creating my own sounds so pretty, but I do not want to keep buying and spending money. So I told myself, like, wait, Torrence, you got an extra diamond lights, diamond bronze, because it came in a miniature set from Sephora, and you've had this for quite a while. Where's that little diamond bronze? Where'd she go? Got the full size right here. I could go ahead and attempt to mix this little mini and a little Fix Plus in a different bottle, because I have several bottles of this. I'm like, Torrence, instead of making a whole bottle that you may not like, take one of your miniature bottles of Fix Plus, mix a little bit of this into there, and if you like it, you got a prize. If you don't, you didn't waste much. But ain't no point of buying a whole new bottle, spending $30 for a color you may or may not like. So I think in a future video, when I'm doing one of my Sephora videos, just playing around in makeup, I'm gonna do that. So make sure y'all remind me. But I've been trying to figure out what I can do with this little bad boy, because I did open it up and play with it. I figured there's no point of opening my big one, but I think I'm gonna mix her with a little Fix Plus. I was gonna do it with a MAC pigment, but we could do it with a MAC Daddy pigment. So that's gonna be my next idea. What else did I want to talk about today? Oh, last thing. Because the camera cut me off last time, I completely forgot to mention two other things about my budget. The one thing I had already stated was that my budget is $175. I'm not allowed to borrow makeup from anyone. Borrow money from anyone or anything to do makeup. That means, like, I can't just dip into my own savings account. I can't borrow from my cousin or my sister or anything. What I have to do is stick to my budget. And if for any reason I do, I have to tax my own makeup budget 10% from the next month, and I'm only allowed to do that for 1 month. What I also forgot to mention was that the only 2 other ways I can increase that budget is, 1, to use something from my collection. Let's say, I know Urban Decay doesn't make these anymore, but right now they currently have their eyeshadows where you can get them in this small miniatures like this, where they completely pop out, but they are changing the format. I believe the new shadows have already released. So these here are half off, but I've loved them for years. I received this purple set here where it was like a trio and a set that you could buy. And then this one single shadow here came as a free gift for my birthday 1 year from Ulta. And so I created this palette, and I believe this is the current palette that they still make. But let's say I could go in and get each one for $20 and the palette for $20. So that will come out to $100 here. They no longer make this limited edition container that I have. So let's say someone told me, okay, and I took this limited one and put my moon dust shadows in it simply because it was beautiful. I also have a small moon dust brush that I've never used, but because they called it that, I thought you needed this brush to get that going. We live and we learn. But let's say someone told me, okay, I know those shadows are $20 a piece, but because I know this packaging is such a limited item, I'll give you $40 for it instead of $20, so that's $120. If for some reason I were to sell this whole thing for $120, I would then be able to take that money and go out and buy something like this for $100 because I took something from my makeup collection to add back to it. I didn't go out and work and make any money. I didn't make a, a under the table deal that I didn't tell you all or anything about. I simply used my collection to help build my collection. And another thing is I can do so if I make money with makeup. That means if I actually do a client's makeup, I can use that money to replenish my collection. If I were to say teach someone how to do their makeup and they gave me a fee for that, or an online session or something like that, those are things that I can use to replenish my makeup collection because that was money made from makeup. If my job were to call me and say, hey, can you pick up an extra shift? I can't use that because that is my normal income to take care of my normal everyday living. If someone were to say, hey, I need my snow shovel, can you come do that for some money? That's something I used to do for a living. I'm really good at that, but that's something, once again, it did not have anything to do with makeup, so I would not be able to take that money and add that. It's my normal living that helps fund my makeup. And because I am no longer freelancing, I no longer have the expendable income that I spent on makeup. So I wanted to put myself on that budget for that. And so far, I'm still holding on. My thing is that $175 budget was really being tested the other day, sis. Why? Y'all know my favorite palette is the Grande Pro 3 by Viseart. She 100, let me get time for me to erase and grab. Come here, sis. This bad boy right here. This is my favorite eyeshadow. Let me open it up so you can get a good view of it. This is my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. She $175. The thing is, I already got her, so I don't need her. The brand has also come out, this is volume 3. They also came out with volume 1. Look at her. She gorgeous. All the neutrals that I'll need. This thing is either $150 or $175 as well. Why did they come out with a Grande Pro 1X? This is Grande Pro 1. It's 35 pans. They're slightly smaller. I believe these are all 2 grams. The new one has 1.5 grams, but that palette, $150, and they got 11 new shades. To know that less than 2 weeks after I announced my budget, my favorite brand wants to come out with an all matte palette, my favorite formula, and want 150 of my 175. I'm trying my hardest to start penny pinching and just put some to the side because I want it, because they said it's limited edition and it may not return. That's the reason that's holding me. Because to know you only giving me 11 new shades of your 35, means 24 of those shades are shades I already have, and that's what's hurting me. To know I got 24 of those shades, but to know you got 11 that I don't, to know that that's a smaller and more cool tone version of this palette because they took out some of the warm shades and added some more cool shades. Cool tones are what I like. So it's taking everything in me not to buy that 1X. And then I forgot, I get a pro discount. I forgot about that part. Viseart is one of the brands that I get a pro discount for. I don't get them for all the brands that I buy from, but they my favorites and they offer it. So I'm sitting back like, I'm trying my hardest not to go over budget, but I think for at least one event, I might have to take a client because I want that palette, sis. I want that palette. And I'm like, because it's such an expensive brand and because it's usually something, you know, focused toward pros, I don't see it selling out immediately. But with them announcing there is no restock and it's a lot more affordable, I think I'm gonna have to hurry up and jump on it because the thing is, I don't know anybody who's bought a Grande palette and does not like it. And when I think of that 35 pan palette being a little more cooler, I think of how I personally would like that more. But a palette like this would be perfect to add to my freelance kit because I don't have any Viseart palettes in my freelance kit. I've always felt as if they were so expensive that if anything ever happened to them, I would feel so hurt. But when I think about the fact that one, Torrence, you would already have the backup of these shades if you left your Pro X1 at home. And two, this is already an older palette, so you need to go ahead and get as much use of it out as you can. But I've had Viseart palettes, like I'm telling you, I got some that are at least 5-6 years old, and they are still pushing and kicking like there is nothing wrong. One palette, simply because I can't get it back in stock right now, I believe it's the Minx Palette. One of my shades does feel like it may be starting to get hard pan, but it was the very first palette I purchased from the brand, so it going bad first doesn't hurt my feelings, and it's also one of the most affordables. It's just the fact that I can't find it right now, which means I ain't gonna throw it away. But I ain't lying, it's a couple of holidays coming up and I see myself, I'm like, Torrence, you would only need 2 full face clients to get that palette. Like, heck, truth be told, if I could just get one and give me a nice tip on the right holiday, I would be able to get it going. But it's like, ooh, sis. But I wanted to just come on here, let you all know, 1, I'm keeping up with my budget. 2, I'm honestly feeling much more comfortable recording on camera without editing because you all make me feel as if it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be myself. And with you all enjoying it, it's a confidence booster to think that at one point in time, I got on the internet for one reason, which was just to play in my makeup and share the experience and the knowledge that I have. But to realize that people like the makeup, but they also, even more than that, like me. There wouldn't be any reason people would return to my channel on a regular basis unless they, 1, like the content and the content creator. And because this is a one-person show, I'm the producer, I'm the editor, I'm the host. The only thing I am not is the audience and the ones who control what goes on, because the only thing I do without your permission is use the green shadows, honey. If you all say, okay, we like this palette or we want to see more videos like this, I usually try to get that going for you because playing in my makeup is just that, and I'm gonna have fun regardless. But it feels nice to know that you all enjoy it, and it makes me feel good to know that it can be a bright spot in one of your days, because there's nothing like finding out someone saying, you know, I had a really tough day at work and I came home and watched one of your videos and could calm me down. Or how one lady let me know she's battling with a life-threatening condition, and one of the best parts of her day is just sitting back and texting me when she has the energy while she's watching one of my videos. And that just feels amazing. So once again, I want to say thank you all for the past year. I hope you all truly enjoyed this video, but it does look like we only have a few more seconds, so I don't want to get cut off this time because it did take it away from me last time. So I would like to say, remember